Good morning, babe. So what are we talking about today?
I don't know. I'm tired.
I think we're all tired at this point.
Like, I didn't, and I'm not even hungover. I didn't drink last night.
I did.
I'm just tired. I'm fatigued. I'm worn out. I know that I get up here and I do this sometimes, and today's just one of those days. But
you're starting to sound like Aaron Parnas. Every other day he makes a video.
Well, that dude works his ass off.
He says, I'm exhausted from this.
I don't want to put myself in that league. That dude's on another level. That guy should be exhausted. But no, like, okay, let's, okay. I saw that no one's talking to Pete Hegseth and Tulsi Gabbard, and fuck both of them because they're shitheads. But that's concerning. Because you don't have to like Pete Hegseth, but he is the guy that's in charge. You don't have to like Tulsi Gabbard, but she is the person that's in charge of our intelligence gathering and that part of the armed forces and that community, like CIA, FBI, where kind of all the intel that we gather converges. So, supposedly, because they're both kind of critical of this war with Iran, potentially, they're on the outs with the administration. Now, obviously, Trump runs everything like a 16-year-old girl, so if he's mad at you, he doesn't talk to you. But this also is concerning because it's yet another excuse to consolidate more power into the executive. Trump will unilaterally decide whether or not to go to war with Iran, and that's not how these things are supposed to work. War is technically supposed to be done through Congress and with someone in Hegseth's position and the intelligence gathered by Tulsi Gabbard and her various agencies. So, again, this is more Project 2025 shit that's a little bit more subversive and not as cut and dry as a lot of it is. This is just another excuse for Trump to circumvent the checks and balances that have been put in place. And again, I don't like to be conspiratorial, but none of this is about Trump. This is all the groundwork for after Trump. This is all the groundwork that's been laid by the Heritage Foundation for the past 20 years. And this Project 2025, here's a fun little fact. Project 2025 isn't Project 2025. Project 2025 is the revision of Project 2010 and Project 2015 and Project 2018 and Project 2020. They have been working on this fucking thing behind the scenes for 20 fucking years.
Well, it's time to get rid of it.
Well, it's going the opposite way.
Well, that's why we have to resist this at all costs.
Right, and resisting it is fine.
Because this is not what we want.
But it is what some people want.
Some.
So you have to take that into account. And I'm not up here arguing for it. Obviously, it's all bad. But this notion that nobody wants this, I don't know, man. Go on Facebook, scroll some comments. There's plenty of people that want this. So we do have to resist, and we do have to vote, and we do have to make better decisions. But the problem is this. In a democracy, in particularly the way ours works, it's much harder to undo something than it is to stop something. Mm-hmm. Even case in point, let's flip it. Look at the pro-life and the Republicans. When Roe versus Wade got settled, it took Republicans 50 years to get it overturned because it was settled. Now, they eventually did it because they're like a dog with a bone and they don't give up. Mm-hmm. But look how long it took to undo something as opposed to stopping it before it started. So this is the crisis that we're really in, is as these things continue to be enacted and this shit continues to happen, it's going to be harder to undo. So that's the real problem with all this Project 2025 shit and Trump in general. And again, not to repeat myself and not to get too conspiratorial, these motherfuckers can't wait for Trump to be gone. They want to do so much worse than Trump. And as I've said, love Trump or hate Trump, God knows I don't like him, he is a wild card. You don't know what you're going to get with him. He is whichever way the wind blows that day.
I have a question.
Sure.
Do we have anything to worry about in regards to Iran doing something to us?
Well, yes, in a sense. Here's another. That's a great question. Directly, I don't know. Their technology isn't on par with ours. They are very far away. But rogue actions, things like a terrorist strike, someone could hijack a truck and run over a bunch of people, or someone could potentially bring in a rogue nuclear device, a suitcase nuke, a small tactical nuke, something like that into the country. So those are definitely things that I wouldn't say I would be worried about, but here's something that I have noticed a lot of online. You have these war hawks and these old schooly Republicans and these young gung-ho people that just want to nuke everybody and glass the Middle East and everything's rah, 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 America. Here's the problem. It's not 1945 anymore, guys. We're not isolated. We're not protected. Back in the day, when we went to war, you had very little to worry about in this country because we had Mexico down here, and we had Canada up here, and we had a shitload of water on both sides. So we were pretty well isolated from the rest of the world. Yeah, Japan hit Pearl Harbor. Yeah, we had 9/11. But by and large, we weren't protected. That's not the case anymore. They can get to us. Russia can hit us. People from the Middle East, you can get here. You can fly a plane here. Now, it would be very hard to get through our air defenses and actually put boots on the ground in this country, but we're not impenetrable anymore, guys. So when you're out there, rah, 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 America, and we're going to take over the world, and you're spreading your imperialist bullshit, don't forget, the times have changed. We are not this far away place anymore. We are in a global economy. We are in a global world where you're just a quick little plane ride or missile shot away. So yeah, a lot of these third world and lower income areas and countries that aren't as well off as we are, they might not have the tech that we have, but it doesn't mean that they're sitting there with rocks and sticks anymore.
Right.
It ain't what it used to be, guys. So if you're rah, rah, rah for all this war shit, and I know most of the people that follow us definitely aren't for that, but remind people of that when they start talking reckless. We're not on an island anymore, guys.
Exactly.
So buckle up. It's going to be a weird couple weeks.
All right. Follow us for more. Repost, share this video as much as possible. Any of our videos. It helps us to get into the algorithm since they've been suppressing our content. And follow us on our YouTube at Kitchen Talks, okay? Thank you guys for joining us.